Hey everybody, welcome back to AI Global Yatra. I love learning about different cultures and places around the world. And there's no better place to start than with a country's name, right? It's like the first impression, the opening line in a conversation. So today we're going on a little trip, a global yatra you could say, to discover the stories behind 5 country names: Bulgaria, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cabo Verde, and Cambodia. We're talking ancient warriors, honest lands, green capes. Oh my, it's gonna be fun, I promise. Get ready to have your passport stamped with fascinating facts and linguistic trivia, because we're about to dive deep into the heart of language, history, and culture. Buckle up, everybody! First stop, Eastern Europe. Picture this: rolling hills, ancient monasteries, and the mighty Danube River. That's right, we're in Bulgaria. Now, the name Bulgaria might sound a little familiar, and there's a reason for that. It comes from the Bulgars, a group of nomadic warriors who swept through this area way back in the 7th century. These Bulgars weren't messing around. They were tough, they were organized, and they knew how to make a statement. They came, they saw, and they kinda stayed. They liked it so much they decided to call it home. But what about the name? What does that even mean? Well, historians believe it comes from a Proto-Turkic word, bulga, which means to mix or to shake. Now that could be because the Bulgars were always on the move, shaking things up wherever they went. Or it could be because they were known for mixing with and influencing other cultures. See, even back then, they were all about that fusion. So, Bulgaria, the land of roses and yogurt, also carries the legacy of these powerful warriors. It's a name that speaks to their nomadic spirit, their strength, and their lasting impact on the region. Plus, it reminds us that a little mixing and shaking can sometimes lead to something amazing, kind of like a good Bulgarian yogurt smoothie. Next up, we're jetting off to West Africa, to a country that's all about integrity. That's right, it's Burkina Faso. Now, Burkina Faso hasn't always been called Burkina Faso. Back in the day, when it was a French colony, it was known as Upper Volta. But in 1984, they decided to shake things up a bit. They wanted a name that truly reflected their identity and their values. So they chose Burkina Faso, a powerful name that combines 2 native languages. Burkina comes from the Mossi language and means upright or honest people. And Faso comes from the Dioula language and means fatherland. Put them together and you get land of honest people. How cool is that? It's like they're saying, hey world, this is who we are. A nation built on honesty, integrity, and a deep love for our homeland. And that's a pretty powerful message, don't you think? So next time you hear Burkina Faso, remember it's not just a name on a map. It's a statement, a declaration, a promise to live up to those ideals of honesty and unity. Chapter 3. Burundi. Simply the land of the Rundi. From West Africa, we're heading over to the heart of the continent, to Burundi. Now, Burundi is a small country with a big heart, and its name reflects its deep connection to its people. You see, the name Burundi comes from the Rundi people, the largest ethnic group in the country, and it's a pretty straightforward translation, but is a prefix that simply means land. And Rundi, well, that's the Rundi people, so Burundi literally means land of the Rundi. It's like saying this land belongs to the Rundi people, acknowledging their history, their culture, and their deep roots in this place. There's a beautiful simplicity to it, don't you think? It's direct, it's honest, and it reflects the importance of ethnic identity in this part of the world. So when you think of Burundi, think of the Rundi people, their traditions, their resilience, and their strong connection to their land. Chapter 4. Cabo Verde, a green cape in the Atlantic. Hold on tight because we're about to set sail for the stunning archipelago of Cabo Verde, just off the coast of West Africa. Now, you might also know this country as Cape Verde, which is the English translation of its Portuguese name. And that name, my friends, takes us back to the age of exploration. Picture this. It's the 15th century, and Portuguese explorers are sailing down the coast of Africa. They reach a point where the landscape changes dramatically. Instead of the dry, arid coastline, they see a lush green peninsula jutting out into the ocean. This, my friends, is the Cap Vert Peninsula in Senegal. The explorers, being practical folks, decided to call it what they saw, Cabo Verde, which literally means green cape in Portuguese. And when they discovered the nearby islands, they kept the name, even though the islands themselves weren't exactly covered in lush forests. But hey, who wouldn't want to be named after a beautiful green oasis? So Cabo Verde, with its volcanic landscapes, vibrant music, and rich culture, carries a name that echoes its maritime history and its connection to Portugal. It's a reminder of those early explorers, their sense of wonder, and their lasting impact on this part of the world. Chapter 5. Cambodia, land of ancient legends and civilization. Last but not least, we're traveling to Southeast Asia, to the land of ancient temples and captivating history, Cambodia. Now, the name Cambodia has a certain mystique to it, don't you think? It evokes images of Angkor Wat, of saffron-robed monks, and a rich cultural tapestry, and the name itself is steeped in legend and history. You see, Cambodia comes from Kambuja, an ancient Sanskrit name for the region. And according to Hindu mythology, Kambuja was named after a legendary figure, Kambu Swayambhuva. Now, depending on who you ask, Kambu was either a wise sage or a powerful prince. But one thing's for sure, He's credited with founding the Khmer people, the dominant ethnic group in Cambodia. So the name Cambodia is like a direct link to their mythical ancestor, their founding father, their cultural patriarch. Even Cambodia's native name, Kampuchea, comes from this ancient root. It's a name that speaks to the enduring power of mythology, the importance of lineage, and the deep connection Cambodians feel to their ancestors and their history. Wow, what a journey that was! We traveled from the rugged mountains of Bulgaria to the sun-kissed shores of Cabo Verde, all while uncovering the fascinating stories behind these 5 country names. And you know what? It just goes to show that every name has a story to tell, a history to uncover, a secret to reveal. From ancient warriors to honest lands and green capes, each name gives us a glimpse into the soul of a nation, its people, and its past. So the next time you see a country name on a map, don't just pass it by. Take a moment to wonder, to explore, to discover the story behind the name. Join us next time on AI Global Yatra as we decode the names of Cameroon, Canada, Central African Republic, Chad, and Chile. Subscribe and stay curious.